Welcome back to the Ponlocky postgame show. It's time for
We
our
almost caught
game
it.
balls presented. You would think that this is a primetime game and we're going on at like 2 a.m. with the way these guys are acting today.
We almost caught CEO Joe Krause on camera.
D-Gun in out here like counting down during the break. I don't know what's going on.
How did these footballs get here?
what's
It
going
must
on.
be magic.
All right, let me get the sponsor in quick. Game balls presented by Colony Pools, flywithcolony.com. Yeah, you guys are on a different level today. I also heard you fighting, Seth. You needed me to come to your aid in the last segment,
Yeah,
or
you know,
like
they
what
like-
was going on?
They like to gang up on me every
They do.
once in a while.
No,
They
no,
do.
I'm not an antagonist, Seth. I'm a peace-loving man.
I'll defend
I
you,
do-
Seth. Don't worry.
You always defend Seth. I expect it.
I do
Hey,
actually.
D-Gun, I want you to know I got my feet up off the ground for a reason.
What are you trying to say? Is getting knee deep over here? Is that what you're saying? Seth, I'm always on your side.
I think Seth wants new chairs. But Seth will get new chairs, too. All he has to do is ask for them.
You
Yeah.
guys are the one complaining about chairs. Stop it, man.
All right. Well, alliances have been formed here. I think everyone's picked a side.
Oh, my
Let's
goodness.
see if you guys agree or disagree on who gets your game balls today. Seth, I'm going to go to you first on this one.
I'm going Jalen Hurts. I
Okay.
mean, it's impossible for anybody else to get this today. I know A.J. Brown had a big day going against, his former team, but, the last 2 or 3 weeks there's been a lot of questioning, a lot of reservation about whether Jalen Hurts, could pass the ball the way he did early in the year, and a lot of doubts, to be honest with you, about where the offense was and was it actually going backwards. He steps up today, 29 for 39, 380 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 sacks. I think they were sacks that he needed to take. He was smart to take them with a quarterback rating of 130.3. If that's not MVP worthy, if that's not game ball worthy, if it's not, MVP worthy when you talk about overall NFL MVP play, that's huge.
You hear that, Jalen Hurts haters who still doubt him and say Patrick Mahomes is the MVP. D-Gun, do you agree, disagree, game ball?
I agree with Seth, but it's an obvious choice. And just because I don't want to just, toe the line today, I'm going to give it to A.J. Brown. I mean, I thought he handled himself very professionally all week long. You know how we in the media like to do. We like to pick and probe and stuff like that and try to get you to say certain things that you might not say. But he handled it as smooth, but you could tell that the emotions were building as the week went on. Came out, targeted 10 times, 8 catches, $119, almost averaged 15 yards a catch, 2 touchdowns. He lost 1 touchdown on one side, comes right back and catches a touchdown on the other side. I'm going to give it to that man, AJ, the former Tennessee Titan, who got his revenge today.
I love it. He certainly got his revenge. And I also like that he bounced back after, not that he had bad games, but, fumbled the ball the last few games. He was sick, even though you guys freaked out at me when I said that on the postgame show
I
last
wouldn't use
week.
the word
He was
freaked
playing
out.
it was an immediate shutdown that being sick shouldn't matter. But he had that broken blood vessel.
Would you say we freaked out at her last week?
I mean, I play the clip. I don't know. I remember I said, well, he was sick, and it was an immediate, what?
I remember.
No.
I remember Devin saying, "Why are you guys attacking me?"
Well, 'cause
Yeah,
she
for once I was ganged up on.
Because she kind of insinuated that the bloodshot eye was in his hand.
What?
I didn't want to bring
That's
that
why.
up.
That's
but
why he dropped the ball.
Well, I didn't
He
want to bring it
fumbled
up.
Look, hey, if you saw the picture of his eye, it was kind
I
of
saw
scary
it.
looking.
I saw it, and I did feel a little bad about my comment after I saw it. But
there
the
you
fact, but the fact of the matter is, there was nothing wrong with his damn hand.
Yeah, see,
That is a very fair point,
you have to
actually.
understand, Devin, that Seth once played with 105 fever, barefooted, with glass in his eye back in the day. So
Wait a minute. Do I need to pull up the bio to show you that I once played with 102 fever on Monday Night Football and balled out? Do I need to
I believe it.
Okay.
How about the glass in the
So
eye
I
and
don't-
no
I don't-
shoes?
No
I'm not
shoes,
giving.
yeah.
I'm not giving anybody any sympathy when it comes. I don't feel good. Listen,
I actually know. I have a legitimate question about that. When you're playing and you're that sick, are you actively thinking about how bad you feel during the game, or
No.
are you just locked in?
No.
Adrenaline takes over.
So my mindset was, okay, I knew my energy was going to be low. So my mindset was just go all out, and wherever you are on the field, just take a knee to try to recuperate for the next play. As I get back, in formation, Byron will give me, the defense, and I'll know where to line up. I think that, when you talk about athletes being in the zone, I think you're more apt to be in the zone when you're sick like that than not, because your mind is so preoccupied with how you're feeling that you're not even thinking. So the hay was already in the barn from a preparation standpoint. I just got my mind out of the way and allowed my body to do, what it had to do. And quite frankly, it was one of the best games, if not the best game in my career.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The human body is a fascinating thing in terms of how adrenaline can overcome so many things that may ail you. And we see that time and time again. When you talk about everybody in the National Football League to a certain degree is hurting right now, physically in some way, shape, or form. But you get out there and you do what you have to do. And you're going to be hurting again Monday, Tuesday of next week, but you'll find a way to overcome that as well. I wish they could bottle adrenaline in a lot of ways and give it to all of us in some way, shape, or form. Because when you get to talk to certain players and you find out about some of the things they go through just to get on the football field, the average person cannot do what they do to get out on the football field.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. And it's impressive. And even if you did it with glass in your eye and barefoot, like Mike says, Mike.
Or blood vessel in the eyeball.
Do I have a game? I have to give out a game ball.
You have to give your game ball, yes. I'm sorry, I got
agree with
sidetracked.
both of these guys. I don't know where to go with Jalen Hurts at 130 rating. It's tough to turn away from. But I was going to originally give it to AJ because the game circumstance and what it meant to him and how he came out and delivered. And that snatch catch. I mean, he's like, give me that. Away from Trey Avery on that play. That was a great catch. And even Lane Johnson made note of it. So I'll side with D Gun and go A.J. Brown. I had Jalen last week, so that's one of the reasons.
Love it. Agreed. Jalen, A.J. Brown, incredible games. That is undeniable. All right, those are our game balls presented by Colony Pools. Stick around. Final segment of the Pond the Hockey postgame show coming up after this break.
Score and save in southeastern PA and Delaware with Colony Pools this football season. And let the experts close your pool with a custom Merlin safety cover in green for the birds. And if you join our Winter Watch team, we'll give you another 20% off, and Colony Pools will handle it all. Keep your tiles on your pool, not in your pool. Fly with Colony right now, Birds fans. Visit flywithcolony.com.